Welcome to Pastor's Chat. We're looking at Colossians chapter 1, verses 9 and 10 today. The prayer that the Apostle Paul prayed for the saints at Colossae. This is a model prayer. You say, I don't know how to pray, Pastor Mike. I'd like to know how to pray and what to pray for. I would suggest that you take prayers like this in the Bible and read them over and over again. And as you read them as a prayer. Maybe memorize it if you can, and then just pray this very prayer. Pray this prayer for yourself, asking God to help you to walk worthy of the Lord. Pray this prayer for others, asking God to help them. The most powerful and influential and impacting thing that you can do for someone else is to pray. Oh, the importance and the place of prayer in our lives. I often sometimes think I pray for others because I am so desperately in need of prayer, and I know there's a law called the law of reaping and sowing. Now, I don't just pray so others will pray for me. I pray because God prompts my heart. Honestly, I believe biblical prayer is always initiated by the Holy Spirit of the living God. In other words, it's in your heart to pray because the Holy Spirit is teaching, leading, prompting you to pray. He needs you to pray. God needs you to pray. That's the way God has set up his economy, eternal, spiritual world of working together, working out God's purposes and God's will. Jesus prayed. Jesus, even after he fed the multitudes and healed people, he would slip away to a place of prayer to seek the mind and will of God because he knew just around the corner there were other challenges, temptations, trials, and also work for God to be done, and prayer was so important. Oh, my friend, please pray. Now, important as we look at this passage we have before us. Remember, Paul prayed for the saints at Colossae that they would be filled with the knowledge of his will in all spiritual wisdom and understanding. Remember that. Now, why? Well, verse 10 tells us, so as to walk in a manner worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing to him, bearing fruit in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God. And so he says, make sure you pray first for spiritual wisdom and understanding. Wisdom, seeing things from God's perspective. Understanding, applying God's wisdom to the present circumstances and situation. Responding properly to the problems, difficulties, challenges, the culture, and whatever is going on around you. And so you pray to be filled with the knowledge of his will in spiritual wisdom and understanding, seeing it from God's perspective, making sure you apply it properly to the situation you're in. Now, why? Because Paul says, so as to walk worthy of the Lord, walk in a manner pleasing, fully pleasing him. Now, important, right thoughts will produce a right walk. If you're thinking right and you got God's wisdom, you'll be walking in the right direction. You'll be doing the things that please him, walking in a manner. That's why you pray for others. That's why you pray this prayer for yourselves, to walk worthy of the Lord. Whatever you do will bring glory to him. It'll be fully pleasing him. Remember, without faith, it is impossible to please God. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him, And when we really believe and trust and pray and walk worthy of the Lord, fruitful in every good work, people see your good works and they glorify your Father in heaven. God's agenda, God's purpose, God's mission is that his Son be glorified. He's worthy of all worship. And only that only happens when people come first to the cross, realize that Jesus died for them. He rose again the third day. He can take away their sin. He can remove the barrier between man and God. That's the barrier of sin. Jesus took care of it on the cross. And when we come to Jesus through Christ and the cross, we have all that we need, and we have a relationship with God. This is so important. Well, this is my prayer for you today, that you walk worthy of the Lord, pleasing him fully, bringing glory to his name. God bless you, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.